The Jewish Story. This week's story from the Holocaust is taken from the book The Fighter of Auschwitz, the incredible story of Leen Sanders, who boxed to help others survive, written by Erik Brouwer. The Nazis recognized how sport at the camp might also have its benefits. It provided a diversion on a free Sunday, and it would probably make prisoners less likely to riot out of either rage or boredom. At first the fights were between German nationals. One afternoon in 1941, SS men and capos went round the blocks to recruit Polish boxers. The most important requirements were first that they had to have fought to a professional standard before the war, and secondly that they must not be Jewish. The latter eventuality might mean Jews beating Aryans, which would be Rassenschande, racial defilement. That rule later came to be amended when it was decided that the Jew fighting against an Aryan could provide blockbuster entertainment. A boxing contest was held at the kitchen building. Prisoners slid the gallows aside and set out chairs for the SS and capos. A Polish observer recalled later, "When I look back on that scene, which I saw at first hand from the very front row, I realized that not a single person is going to believe it." In the words of a former camp boxer, "We fought until one of the two could go on any longer, or until the Nazis had had enough of it. They never left before some blood had been spilled." The best Polish boxer called the matches gladiator fights, and after the war he wrote about the most important spectators at these matches. Sometimes they would look the athletes over, and then you had to watch out that there were no thumbs down from this Ubermensch, Superman, by the finish. Boxing was done with bare hands, with mittens stuffed with horsehair, or winter gloves worn by the SS. In the event of rain, snow, or freezing weather, the Nazis would relocate the boxing ring to a warehouse, or a bathhouse, barrack block, the camp canteen, or the old laundry. On warm days, the camp gladiators would fight at dusk. The ring was then lit by the electrified fence spotlights, with SS men in watchtowers pointing their firearms at the prisoners in case they used the event as an opportunity to escape. On one occasion, an officer had gone inside a block to call out that he needed a strapping Jew, and number 48307, Arie Patch from Amsterdam, had stood up to tell the officer who he was. Leen knew Arie from boxing events in Netherlands, where he had won matches and championships for Maccabi Amsterdam. He had to go to the satellite camp of Auschwitz, where he was given kid gloves and pitted against a capo in a trial bout. Arie blooded the capo's nose and became the pet project of an SS officer. One Sunday afternoon he had to fight against an undefeated capo nicknamed Bobby the Boxer. The officer said to him, "If you lose, you're going to the crematorium." Bobby the Boxer and Arie Patch shook hands. Armed guards stood around the ring. The Lagerführer, camp leader, made a throat-cutting gesture, and Arie punched Bobby the Boxer to the ground, as if he had been a German police officer. The SS men would not credit this Jew could be so much stronger than a German Aryan, and inspected his gloves to check whether Arie had slipped in a horseshoe. Please pass on this story.